Hey guys, Redbeard here. Lot going on since last time I did an update. Went down to Midland, Texas. Joked around for spring break. Nobody goes to Midland, Texas for anything but work. Anyway, went down there, put on some training, had a good week. Come back, my steel came in for the roll cage. Tell you what, guys, steel is. I was told it's volatile. It's like gas station day old sushi volatile. Like, it is crazy how much it's varying right now. So, I've got my first stick cleaned up. It's ready to go in the bender, but at $10.50 a foot roughly with tax, we're running right around there. I got to make sure I don't screw up. So, just trying to get my head right. Gonna look over my plans, mark it all up, mark it good, double check the measurements, make sure we're ready to go. This stick I'm working with is 22 foot 4 inches. So, I'm going to do my best between the hydraulic lift table and everything to do my bends without making any cuts till the very end. That way if I screw up, I got less waste. So that's the plan. I did get a few things in. Got a 50 pack of these wrap-in taco gussets. They go in the corners. Anyway, it gives a lot of surface area for the welds and whatnot. And I like them. They look clean when they're done. I used a bunch of them on the salmon mog. I don't know. I really like the way they look. You can cope them with a flap wheel if you need to make a tighter angle. They're really easy to work with. They're not crazy thick. And so sometimes, like if I got a joint and I'm trying to go from 1.5 to 1.75 inches, you can tack in one side and then take a little hammer and you can actually form the gusset where you need it and then finish your weld. So they work pretty good for that. Ties everything together nice. Also, ordered me a couple of these Pipe Master. I call them forms. Let's see what the official name is. It doesn't really matter what it's called. But you slide these over the tubing and you run it up into your joint and then you can form it. And when you pull it out, you know exactly how to cut your angle in. So I never tried these before. I went ahead and bought one for 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches. I figure I'm going to need them. Anyway, guys, I'm ready to get this bent. My goal is to have the roll cage safe and secure and in the rig for, sounds stupid, but we're going to go up to the Maple Festival here in town. Zeppelin enjoyed that last year. We took the salmon mog. This year we're going to take both. So, it's just like a local crowd. It's maple syrup. Like we're in the Northeast, so it's a big deal. But anyway, they do a lot of stuff. Up there. Bring in like a little decent sized little fair. A bunch of rides come in, and then they do car shows and they do a bunch of stuff with like animal shows and whatnot. But anyway, so that's the goal. That's at the end of April. So I've got like 1 month to get all this done. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but that's painted back in, secured, transmission done leaking. And my goal is to be completely done with waffles for Maple Festival. They're never completely done, but as completely done as they're going to get for now. That's the goal. And then it's really time. I got to get moving on the Ram Charger. I'm very, not frustrated. It's just how plans go. You think you know what you're going to do next, and then the project you're on just doesn't want to give up. So, anyway, that's where we're at. Price of steel is making me rethink the triple rail design. I may go with like a box section center and brace it off and do 2 joint ends on the front chassis. I don't know. I got to do a lot of homework on that and figure out how to get it as low as what I want to get it. So that's what I'm working on, guys, and we'll catch up with you. Thank you. Hey guys, as you can tell by the amount of tools coming out, we're getting further into this. So I haven't been the 1.75 inch 120 watt DOM in quite a while. 3 years. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and recalibrate because the software has been updated and I lost my original calibrations on this bender. So I went to get my offsets exact and actually calibrate a spring back angle because the generic die I picked from the list didn't have a spring back calibrated. Good thing I did. This DOM does not like to be bent, and we ended up with 5 degrees spring back. So I double checked it. But one thing I ran into, I've never had this issue before, and I guess I got to be really careful where I put the tube lube because it got into the pressure block. And I couldn't get a good bite, so my pressure block slipped. I don't know if y'all can see that, but man, it really distorted. So I had to cut another chunk of tube and do it again. This time we're much better. That is pretty typical distortion for 90-degree bend with this bender, and we didn't have any kinking or anything like that. So we're good on that now. It would look a lot better if I had the 6-inch die. Eventually I will buy the 6-inch die, but right now I'm working with an 1 3/4 by 4.5 on my Rogue Fab bender here. So that's where I'm at, guys. I'm pretty comfortable now that my bends are going to come out correct. I just have to decide, am I going to take a flap wheel and scuff the whole length of this tube to ensure the pressure block bites in, or am I just going to chance and brake clean and make sure everything stays clean and hope I can get enough torque on it? Because if it slips on like the third bend, everything before that's junk again. So probably going to end up buffing the tube down, roughing it up to make sure it bites into that aluminum clamp. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm at. That's what I'm working on. Hope to get these 2 main tubes bent today. That's my goal. So anyway, talk to you in a bit. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Guys, it didn't come out too bad. I probably overthought it, but that's kind of what makes us be who we are. I compromised. I just buffed up about 3 inches each side of where the pressure block was going to go. And I had 0 slippage. I even marked with a Sharpie to make sure. I really just want this to come out straight. You know what I mean? So look, guys, I got a couple tools I use when I do this. I got several of these little angle blocks. I built a tab off of this. The other side extends more, but I can watch my bend angle off of here and calibrate it to the rail. So it doesn't matter if it's not sitting flat. You bend off of the starting point, and you don't have to worry about it, completely level with this vertical bender. The other thing I built this a long time ago. It's just a stupid piece of angle iron with an exhaust clamp on it. But if you'll put this on your tube back behind the last, pull through, you can set an angle block on here and 0 it. And then the whole way through, you know where 0 is. So you can work it back and forth. On a horizontal bender, it's a little bit different. On the vertical bender, it's very important to get those twists in there, right? So anyway, guys, this is a front hoop. I imagine we're going to have to finagle it a little bit, a little ratchet strap, get her down in there, fit inside that dash grooves that are already there. But honestly, she doesn't look bad. Looks pretty uniform. I've been checking it out. Everything seems to check out. So I'm going to bust her out of this bender and cut her off, and we'll just kind of see what she looks like. Thank you. Hey guys, front hoop is done. So I'm really happy with it. I laid it out on the floor. Flattest thing I got. And I'm within, I think, we're within about a 1/16 from side to side. Not even a half a bubble. The bubble's just a hair off center when I check with the level. Digital, I'm showing very minimal. So we actually did a really good job getting parallel. Them old tools I built when I first started bending really paid off. Ticket is to remember to put them on before you start, because I had to back up and re-stab the tube and align it so I could put my bracket on, because I forgot to do it to begin with. But anyway, guys, look, we got minimal distortion. Everything looks really good, really uniform. Pretty sure I designed it already to be 2 inches too tall so I could trim it down. And then today I got nervous and I cut it 4 inches taller on each side. So we're quite a bit taller than we need to be. I am going to have to flip the windshield down, take it all the way off for final fitment of this. But I do think we're going to be able to get in there without further modifying the dash. We may have to buff a little bit, but I don't think we're going to have to cut anything, really. Hopefully by next weekend, maybe this week, we're going to be trying to fit this. So I am waiting on my 1.5 DOM. I don't need that but for a section on the rear. So I can do all my mock-up. I just can't finish weld the rear until that stick of tube comes in. It's all good though. That's going to cut it down. We'll cut it to 15, 16 foot. He'll ratchet strap it in the bed of his truck and bring it home from school one day next week. It'll all work out. So anyway, guys, that's where we're at. Really happy with how this come out. Zeppelin picked it up. He couldn't believe how light it is. Honestly, I don't think it's much over a pound a foot, maybe a pound and a quarter a foot. And this is a roughly a 12-foot bend here. So I think we're under 20 pounds, well under 20 pounds, probably honestly about 16 pounds. So, you know, everybody looks at roll cages. This is 1 3/4 DOM 120 wallet. I mean, you don't really build them much heavier than this. And the weight for the strength you get, I mean, it's not bad. So anyway, guys, have a great weekend, and we're going to keep plugging away, and we'll start a new video for the rear section. Thank you.